Thank you very much for having time to watch this very video. I welcome you and I'm saying God bless you for having time for me. My name is called Akoto George, and don't forget to subscribe to this very YouTube channel, Akoto George Inspire. Share to friends, recommend this channel to families, loved ones, and friends to also subscribe. Like this video, comment on it, and share as well. And your life will never be the same again. On a quick note, in this video, I want to talk to you on a very important topic in this modern world or in this 21st century that I have entitled How to Overcome Depression as a Youth. How to overcome depression as a youth. There are many youth who are going through a lot of things in life and they feel like committing suicide. They feel like ending their life. And it has been happening consistently in most of the countries, including my country, Ghana. And even in the Western world or in the European countries, it is getting worse day by day. Depression is killing a lot of youth. Depression is causing a lot of youth and pushing them to commit suicide. And that is why I'm very excited about your future, and I'm very happy that you are watching this very video and you can share this very video to a lot of people that you know to also bless their life. Now, when we talk about depression, it's a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. It affects how you feel, think, and behave, and can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems. All right, so I repeat the definition of depression. Now, I see depression as a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. It affects how you feel, think, and behave, and can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems. And that is why it is very important that you take this very video serious. So very quickly, how do we overcome depression as a youth? I will say prayer must be involved. Okay, so we need to keep praying. Whenever you feel like you are depressed, you have to always pray. It's very important. It doesn't matter your religious background. It doesn't matter the kind of church you attend. You have to always pray consistently anytime you are depressed, because according to sources, or the last time I checked, demons can also make people depressed and commit suicide. So you have to be very prayerful anytime you feel depressed. I want to share a story to you that I encountered when I was in the university. Now, at level 100 in the university during the first semester of our exams, but then my dad had kicked the bucket, but then he was no more during my exams time. So what happened was that there was this particular course in sociology that we wrote, and all my floor mates in Vaco Hall at the University of Cape Coast, they all had A or B, the same course that we wrote. And unfortunately for me, I had C in that very course. What happened was that they studied some aspect of past questions, and then it came true. In University of Cape Coast, we used to call it grandpa, and then it came true. So they all did very well. Now, when I had C, I felt like jumping from the second floor of my department where I went to check the result. That were pasted there. So after checking the result, and yes, it's true, I had C, whereas my colleagues or floor mates were jubilating and celebrating that they had A and B. So something wanted to push me that, what are you doing? Your life is useless. Just throw yourself from that very floor down, because you couldn't make it and your friends had made it. And all of a sudden, I just prayed. Just a twinkle of an eye, the thing just left. It was just a short and a simple prayer that, God, I knew I didn't make it, but my life is precious and I know I will make it in life. So I will not be depressed in Jesus' name. I just prayed this simple prayer, and all of a sudden I realized that I was relieved and I was free. And by the grace of God, even though we didn't get A or B in that very course, we have made it in life. And so prayer is very important when you are also depressed. If I didn't pray by then, I know what had happened. And I know a lot of people who failed exams and they had to jump from another floor to the down floor and they died immediately. Depression is caused by a lot of things, but with prayer, I believe that we can overcome. Now, you have to also read a lot of motivational books, journals, and you have to watch motivational videos like what I'm doing now. You have to always be watching motivational videos on Akoto George Inspire YouTube channel, and you have to be reading motivational books. Sometimes people don't see the essence or the imperative of reading motivational books or journals or watching motivational videos like mine or like what I'm doing. It builds your confidence and it helps you to overcome a lot of things you go through in life. That's what I did right from SHS, and it has really helped me. So I recommend it to you that always watch motivational video on my channel, and your life will never be the same again. Now, you have to avoid the cause of the depression. Every depression is having a cause. If only, okay, it's not spiritual, it's having a cause. Even spirituality is having a cause, right? Now, for instance, if you drink alcohol, you are depressed when you drink alcohol, you have to avoid drinking alcohol. There are some people, they are depressed whenever they watch a particular movie. Then you have to stop watching that particular movie. There are people who are always depressed whenever they travel to a particular environment. Then you have to stop, okay, going to that very environment. There are people who are always depressed whenever they talk to a friend. Okay, then you have to avoid talking to that friend. So one of the ways to overcome depression is to avoid the cause of the depression. Now, we have to also have lesser expectations from people in the society as a youth. There are many youth, they have higher expectations from people like their uncles, their relatives outside the country, and they have a lot of higher expectations from the society. So if the society fails you, you will feel depressed. If your relative or someone you are having higher expectations from failed you, you'll be depressed. Okay, don't expect too much from people. A lot of young guys, young folks, a lot of youth, they expect too much from people and they expect too much from society. They don't want to really work hard for themselves. Okay, so you will be depressed if you expect too much from people and the society as a youth, especially when you are in Africa. Okay, so let us have lesser expectations from people and the society. Let's have strong faith and hope in life. When you have strong faith and hope in life, it doesn't matter what you go through, you know that the future will get better, and you have hope and you will overcome. You will not be depressed. Let's avoid comparing ourselves to others. A lot of youth compare themselves to others in every angle and aspect of life. When you know that, yes, this is my life, this is how far God has brought me, I'm content with what I have. It doesn't matter what people are saying, it doesn't matter what people are doing. This is what this is where I have come so far. So we must avoid comparing our life to others, which will also help us to overcome depression. Now, you have to also talk to someone you can trust, who is correct and right. I repeat, someone you can trust. The key word is trust, and the person must be correct and right. So you talk to the person about what you are going through, or what the kind of depression that you are getting. And when the person is correct and right, the person can advise you, encourage you, and help you out of it. Do not depend too much on material things. A lot of youth are depressed because they depend too much on material things. So they think that, yes, I'm a materialistic person. If I don't get this type of phone, you'll be depressed. If you don't get this type of clothes, this type of shirt, this type of attire, you'll be depressed. So please, we should not depend too much on material things. Be content with every material thing that you have. Okay? And then know that at the right time, you can have whatever you want in life. So please be content and do not depend too much on material things. Now, your goals must always be realistic. A lot of youth nowadays does not have a realistic goals. Within 1 year, they want to buy 5 mansions, they want to buy 10 cars, they want to marry 5 ladies, they want to give birth to 20 children. They look funny, but this is well. If we want to overcome depression, then we must always have or set a realistic goals. When I talk about realistic goals, I'm talking about goals that are achievable. I'm talking about dreams that can be achieved. So if you follow me on this channel, you will be realize that in many of my videos, I've been talking to young folks to have a realistic goals in life. It's a step by step, it's a process, and it is a system. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel. I'm very excited. I believe in your future. See you on top. Bye bye.